Hey everyone, it's your girl, it's Maddie here, aka Beaver Mosh, and today I am talking to you about the self-titled album from the Italian-based Claustrum that's coming off of Unorthodox Emanations. And on this full-length debut from Claustrum with just a demo from earlier this year under their belt, this band produces a pummeling cavernous set of tunes that celebrates all of the best elements of old school death metal. This record is only 28 minutes and some change, yet it makes full use of every one of those seconds. It's so memorably punishing and gruesome in just a short amount of time. And there is a real fixation here on horror, both musically and lyrically. It's so disgusting and frightening. It's how the music is meant to come across. After this very sci-fi horror synth-laden intro, we get Destined to Rot, where this thing just pounces on with these pus-filled riffs. They're rotten. And these low, full-bodied growls, and the drums just punch through the atmosphere with ease, while these dark, unnerving melodies fill the gaps. There are passages on this track that are so busy and full of sound that you can physically feel the heaviness, yet it seamlessly lends its way to these more spacious and festering passages as well, and transitions back and forth in a very thrilling way. And then the guitar tone is so grimy and dirty, and it has a brutality that just mere words wouldn't really do justice for. On Zombie Rats, these vomit oozing, spinning licks that are carried by these rhythm and drum smackdowns. Really, it's a classic death metal trick with the way they bring it and the freshness that it kind of is delivered by. It feels like I'm hearing it in 1989. And the vocals just let out these nauseating huffs freely for some real sickening textures. The band has such a great knack for tempo shifts, constantly cycling in from some doomier passages and some parts where the gas is just stomped on. There are these dissonant, oscillating licks as well that add a bit of psychosis to the music. It's all a deliciously terrifying affair. None of the tracks on this album are particularly long. The most a track really hits is like that 5.5 minute mark, which still so much happens in all of them. They're so eventful and such concise deliveries. On Desire of Death, Nuclear Death, there are these ominous, crawling guitars, these slow, muddy bass rumbles, and these scarring, reverberating growls that all work together to produce an incredibly horrifying passage of music. There's just an effortless creepiness that is not that easy to pull off. It's a real impressive exercise in mood creation. These mournful, doom-laden melodies carry the track forward through this ghastly fog. See, this band not only just understands heavy riffs, they don't just understand speed, they don't just understand dynamics. This is also a band that knows how to smother you in atmosphere, much more than a lot of death metal albums I've heard this year. The film dialogue sample at the beginning of Hopeless Despair just gives me shivers, especially how it's immediately met with these pulverizing blast beats and bludgeoning guitar riffs. It's not fun to listen to, yet I can't stop wanting to hear it again. The vocals have sort of this staccato thing going on, paired with these really snappy drums all together give this track a very violent skip. It's quite rhythmically satisfying and excessively brutal. And once again, these death metal vocals feel convincingly like death. It's just a disgusting delivery, riddled with sickness and decay. It's heartwarming. You can just physically feel the bass guitar on Awaiting Doom adds this primordial buzz to the track. Makes the track feel like it's about to erupt on shaking ground. And the guitars feel like they are just being thrown at you, being pitched from a distance right into the front of the mix through your headphones. There are these little fluttering melodic pricks that warn of incoming destruction. See, there's nothing overly flashy on this album, but there are a lot of little details to unravel as you dive more and more into the record. And let's talk about the sound for a bit, because the production is so grimy and unpolished and raw, but in a way that makes everything feel heavier. Nothing feels processed at all. This is just pure organic punishment. On this debut from Claustrum, they're just riffs galore. They hammer, they bludgeon. There's just no denying the sheer heaviness of this thing. And while there are these caveman-like musical passages, there's also this real understanding of atmosphere as well. And I love Claustrum's attention to change-ups and these segues and transitions from varying passages on the record in a way that really elevates this album above similar records in my book. So death metal lovers, go hear this, because I don't know how you wouldn't enjoy the hell out of it. And hey, those are my thoughts. If you like this video, consider hitting the like button. It would mean the world to me if you'd consider subscribing. It really helps that algorithm thing. Leave a comment. I love getting to engage with those. I have a Twitter you can follow. Link to that is in the bio of this YouTube channel. And you, right there, keep it metal. My name is Maddie, aka Beaver Mosh, and I am signing off.